Hi, you guys. I wanted to check in really quickly and have a chat about something. I didn't do Wednesday wine night last night because I had a huge day and my husband ended up getting really sick. So, getting really sick. That's the thing that I wanted to talk about. So, he was sick in the evening and then at 3:30 in the morning woke up with incredible chest pain on the left side and was really worried. And of course, when that happens, me, like anyone, is going to go, oh my God, chest pain on the left side. Was he having a heart attack? All of that stuff. So it was interesting because I could really talk him through the symptoms of how he was feeling and placate him. But of course, hi to whoever's watching, let me know who you are. But of course, like anything that is potentially quite serious, like chest pain, is going to require quite a thorough checkup. So at 4 a.m, of course, off he goes to the emergency room to get that checked and to sort out what it was, if it was anything that required emergency care. So it really, it got me thinking about that. So, 3 hours in the emergency room, obviously admitted really quickly because chest pain, as I talked about, could potentially be extremely serious and a medical emergency. Did all the pathology, did the chest x-rays, did the ECGs, checked out the heart, ran some blood tests, which, of course, I interpret a little bit differently to doctors. So the doctors look for things that are completely out of range and go, yep, let's treat that. But I get hold of them and look at them and go, okay, are they within range, and then are they at optimal levels? So what I really wanted to clarify and talk to you guys about is the concept of shared care. So I'm a naturopath and I have a really good background with interpreting pathology and things like that. But if you're having chest pain, don't call me. If you get hit by a car, don't call me. But so he's home now. So in this case, he's home now. It wasn't serious. He ended up he's got pleurisy. So pleurisy is a condition where there is inflammation between the two pleural linings of the lungs, and it's extremely painful. And not a medical emergency, but extremely painful and presents like it could be. So it was really important to rule out this stuff. So he's home and now I'm treating him. So this is this concept of shared care. We ruled out a medical emergency, in which case we would have done whatever needed to be done in that moment to save his life potentially and to get through that. Hi, Corey. So that's what we did, and we ruled out that massive stuff, and then we came in and I'm treating him now so that we can not only deal with the infection that's going on right now, but then we can actually strengthen and build the lungs with tonics and things like that to boost immunity and boost vitality in that area, so that it's not going to be an ongoing thing, especially coming into winter in our part of the world. So that's where this is where we are so incredibly lucky to live in the time that we are. We have this incredible modern medicine for medical emergencies that's phenomenal and it's world class. And even though the Medicare system is far from perfect, it is absolutely a lot more effective and user friendly than a lot of parts of the world where it just simply doesn't exist. So where we come into our own with medicine, and naturopathic medicine comes into, and functional medicine comes into its own, is is that background stuff, is when we've ruled out, okay, so is this going to kill you immediately? and what's going on, and is it a medical emergency? Okay, it's not. Is this a chronic condition? Well, yeah, there's still probably going to have to be some specialist involvement depending on what's going on, but bringing in functional medicine, bringing in naturopathic functional medicine is going to be looking at that person as a whole and not looking, okay, you know, my husband got sent off home this morning. Great, he's not dying. That's wonderful. But you know what? What else is going on? Now, obviously, his vitality, especially with his immunity in his lungs, was really low. So I knew that okay, so if we carry on in the path that we're on, this winter's going to be horrid for him, and then potentially what that means for other things down the path. So coming in and strengthening that and working with that is preventative medicine at its best, and using our tools and our supplements and our herbal medicine in chronic illness is absolutely phenomenal, and the results really speak for themselves. And any fantastic naturopath or functional naturopathic functional medicine practitioner is not going to try and tell you that you need to ditch your medications. Is not going to tell you you don't need to see your specialists, don't go to your GP. They're going to work alongside. I've got something going on there. They're going to work alongside whatever specialist or GP or practitioner that you are working with at the moment, so that you get the best outcome. It really is modern integrative medicine at its best, and it really excites me. I was really glad that I'm not really glad that I've been up since 3:30 in the morning with my husband, but I'm really glad that I could share this as an example, because I feel there's a lot of people that are really lost at the moment with this, that maybe they are working with specialists, that they're working with doctors and things like that, and they are not really getting the answers and the results that they need. And maybe it's because the pathology tests are looked at in terms of, okay, you're within range, see you later, good luck, but not really looked at in terms of optimal range, and that's really, really different. So especially with things like thyroid, especially with things like iron levels, a menstruating woman can have iron between 5 and 30, and that's considered normal. Whereas like if I see a busy woman that's had 3 or 4 children and they're working and they're looking after kids and running a home, I don't want to see their iron levels at 5. I would consider that to be too low to sustain that lifestyle. So it's really important to be able to look at what's going on with the person at that time, and to be able to ascertain what that individual needs. Just like it's really important to be able to look at these chronic conditions and to be able to go, okay, you need this at this time, and you're going to need this in the future. If you carry on the path that you're on, this is what your future is going to look like. If we intervene and start putting in some certain things that you may need, this is what it's going to look like. And that's really functional medicine. That's what it is. That's really what it is. Just working side by side with your specialists, with your GP, to get the best outcome for you. And generally what happens is that when that happens, you get all these other amazing side effects because side effects don't have to be bad. Side effects can be incredibly good. The minute you start treating people for back to that the iron thing. Of course, we need iron for so many cellular functions in our body. We need it for energy, as we know. We need it for brain function. We need it for liver function. We need it for gut. We need it for everything. So the minute you start making sure that, all the ducks are in a row and that person is getting what they need, that individual, then all of these other things start going right in their lives. Sort of like thyroid. Thyroid's incredibly misunderstood in terms of, does it have an autoimmune component? is it underactive? Is it overactive? Is it both? Which is really quite common in women that are adrenally fatigued. They can actually swing between the two. And even the way TSH and other pathology blood results for thyroid is really misinterpreted and interpreted quite badly by a lot of conventional health practitioners. And once again, that's not knocking them. It's just they have a different training to us, and we do a lot of training in this area. So I hope that you've got something from my example and what that could, oh, my dog's coming to say hello, and what that could mean for you and for your health. And if you're feeling very overwhelmed, and if my husband had come home this morning and without a treatment plan, because he didn't get given a treatment plan, he got sent off in a lot of pain with some ibuprofen, which is a fantastic anti-inflammatory painkiller for that moment in that time to help him manage, but with nothing else, and basically with no treatment plan. He probably would have been feeling a little bit more despondent than what he is. So he knows that he's got pain treatment, he's got a treatment plan, a care plan for strengthening the lungs and strengthening their immune system, and to get him through so he starts feeling a lot better. So if you're finding this tricky, if you're finding your health stuff overwhelming, get in touch, because I don't find it overwhelming. I thoroughly enjoy working this stuff out and working alongside your specialists and your GPs or whoever it is that you happen to be seeing. So kind of like I hand my stuff over to my accountant. If you're feeling overwhelmed with this and you're looking for more answers and you're just not feeling as well as what you could be, because we are so blessed to have all of these medicine options at our disposal. So get in touch and we can work it out. So have a fantastic Easter. I'll be checking in over the Easter to give you some hints and tips on how to stay healthy and happy over Easter, which does include eating some chocolate. Not all the chocolate, but some. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll check in later. But if you are feeling overwhelmed and you would perhaps like some more help with your health, get in touch and we can work it out. Bye.